A Friend in the Garden by Juliana, Horatia, Ewing. He's not John the gardener, yet the whole day long employs himself most usefully, the flowers bed among. He is not Tom the cat, and yet the other day, with stealthy stride and glistening eye, he crept upon his prey. He's not Dash the dear old dog, and yet perhaps if you took pains with him and petted him, you'd come to love him too. He's not a blackbird, though he chirps, and though he once was black, and now he wears a loosey grey coat all wrinkled on the back. He's got a very dirty face and very shining eyes. He sometimes comes and sits indoors. He looks and perhaps is wise. But in a sunny flower bed he has his fixed abode. He eats the things that eat my plants. He's a friendly toad. A Hero to his Hobby Horse by Juliana, Horatia, Ewing. Hear me now, my hobby horse, my steed of prancing paces. Time is it that you and I want something more than races. I have got a fine head, the feathers proudly waving. Out into the world we'll go, both death and danger braving. Doubt not that I now away the garden gate is clapping. Who forgot the lock at last is of his fingers slapping. When we find we can't be found, or won't there be a chorus? You and I may laugh at wet with all the world before us. All the world, the great green world that lies beyond the paling. All the sea, the great round sea where ducks and drakes are snailing. I and night, my charger vow, together we will wander out into that grassy waste where dwells the goosey gander. Months ago, my faithful steed, that goose attacked your master. How it hissed and how I cried! It ran, but I ran faster. Down upon my face I fell, its awful wings were o'er me. Mother came and picked me up, and off to bed she bore me. Months have passed, my faithful steed, both you and I are older. Sheathless is my wooden sword, my heart I think is bolder. Always ready bridled woe with reins of crimson lever. Woe betide the goose today, who meets us both together. Up then now, my hobby horse, my steed of prancing paces. Time it is that you and I want something more than races. I and night, my charger woe, together we will wander out into that grassy waste where dwells the goosey gander. Ah, would I could forget, by Juliana, Horatia, Ewing. By whispering water rocks the reeds, and murmuring softly laps the weeds, and nurses where the falls set bloom that ever wrought a lover's doom. Forget me not, forget me not. I would I could forget, but crying still forget me not, her image haunts me yet. We wandered by the river's brim, the day grew dusk, the pathway dim. Her eyes like stars dispelled the gloom, her gleaming fingers plucked the bloom. Forget me not, I would I could forget, but crying still forget me not, her image haunts me yet. The pale moon lit her paler face, and coldly watched our last embrace, and chilled her tresses' sunny hue, and starlit flowers to coarse blue. Forget me not, I would I could forget, crying still forget me not, her image haunts me yet. The fateful flower drooped to death, the fair false maid forswore her fate, but I obeyed the broken woe, and keep vows with the blossoms now. Forget me not, ah, would I could forget, but crying still forget me not, her image haunts me yet. Sweet lips that prayed, forget me not, sweet eyes that will not be forgot, recall your prayer, forgo your power, which binds me by the fatal flower. Forget me not, ah, would I could forget, but crying still, forget me not, the image haunts me yet. Autumn Leaves by Juliana, Horatia, Ewing. The spring's bright tints no more are seen, and summer's ample robe of green is russet gold and brown. The flowers fall to every breeze, and shed reluctant from the trees, the leaves drop down. As sadness steals upon the heart, and is it thus from youth we part, and lies redundant prime? Must friends like flowers fade away, and life like nature now they say and bow to time? And yet such sadness meets rebuke from every copse and every nook, every autumn's colours glow. How bright the sky, how full the sheaves, what mellow glories gild the leaves before they go. Well, let us sing the jocund praise in this bright air of these bright days, when years our friendships crown the love its loveliest when 'tis old, when tender tints have turned to gold, and leaves drop down. Boy and Squirrel by Juliana, Horatia, Ewing. Oh boy down there, I can't believe that what they say is true. We squirrels surely cannot have an enemy in you. We have so much in common, my dear friend. It seems to me that I can really feel for you, and you can feel for me. Some human beings might not understand the life we lead. We asked Dr. Birch to play, no doubt he'd rather read. He hates such scrambling restlessness and chattering, scuffling noise. If he could catch us, we should fare no better than you boys. Fine ladies, too, whose flounces catch and tea on every stump. What joy have they in jagged pines, who neither skip nor jump? Miss Maidens never saw my tree-top home, so unlike hers, would wonder if our only fault of squirrels is of furs. But you, dear boy, you know so well the bliss of climbing trees, of scrambling up and sliding down and rocking in the breeze, of cracking nuts and chewing cones, and keeping cunning hoards, and all the games and all the sport and fun a wood affords. It cannot be that you would make a prisoner of me, who hate yourself to be cooped up, who love so to be free. An extra hour indoors I know is punishment for you. You make me twirl a tiny cage, it never can be true. Yet I have a war grandfather whose tail is white as snow. He thinks he knows a lot of things we young ones do not know. He says we're safe with Dr. Birch because he is so blind, and that Miss Mitens would not hurt a fly, for she is kind. But you, dear boy, who know my ways, he bids me fly from you. He says my life and liberty are lost unless I do. But you, who fear the doctor's cane, will fling big sticks at me, and tear me from my forest home and from my favorite tree. The more we think of what he says, the more we're sure it's chaff. We sit beneath the shadow of our bushy tails and laugh. Hey presto, friend, come up and let us hide and seek and play. If you could spring as well as climb, what fun we'd have to play. Canada Home by Juliana, Horatia, Ewing. Some homes are where flowers forever blow, the sun shining hotly the whole year round. But our home glistens with 6 months of snow, where frost without wind heightens every sound. And home is home wherever it is, and we're all together and nothing amiss. Yet Will is old enough to recall a home forgotten by Eli and me. He says that we left it 5 years since last fall, and came sailing right over the sea. But home is home wherever it is, and we're all together and nothing amiss. Our other home was forever green, a green, green isle in a blue, blue sea, with sweet flowers such as we never have seen, and Willie tells always to Eli and me. But home is home wherever it is, and we're all together and nothing amiss. He says, what fine fun when we all go back. But Canada Home is very good fun, and Pat's little sled flies along the smooth track, or spills in the snow that shines in the sun. For home is home wherever it is, and we're all together and nothing amiss. Some day I should dearly laugh, it is true, to sail to the old home over the sea. But only your father and mother went too, with Willie and Patrick and Eli and me. For home is home wherever it is, we're all together and nothing amiss. Christmas Wishes by Juliana, Horatia, Ewing. Oh, happy Christmas full of blessings come. Now with our discords cheese, here give the very ease. Will the long parted meet again in peace, bring back the far away, grant us a holiday. And by the hopes of Christmas tide we pray, let love restore the fallen to his home. Whilst up and down the snowy streets the Christmas minstrels sing, and through the frost from countless towers the bells of Christmas ring. Ah Christ, and yet a happier day shall come, then bid our discords cease, we give the very ease. Let the long parted meet again in peace, bring back the far away, grant us a holiday. By the hopes of Christmas tide we pray, let love restore the fallen to his home, whilst up and down the golden streets the blessed angels sing, nevermore the heavenly chimes and heavenly cadence ring. Faded Flowers by Juliana, Horatia, Ewing. My love she sent a flower to me, of tender hue and fragrance rare, and with it came across the sea a letter kind as she was fair. But when her letter met mine eyes, the little flower was dead. When I had touched the tender price, the hues were dim, the fragrance fled. I sent my love a letter too, in the happy hope no more to roam. I bade to bless the vessel true, whose gallant sails should raft me home. But ere my letter reached her hand, my little love was dead, and when the vessel touched the land, fair hope for evermore had fled. Fancy Free by Juliana, Horatia, Ewing. With bargain and bound and frolic round, my dog and I together ran, while by our side a brook doth glide and laugh and sparkle in the sun. There was no more of fortune's store than thus at our sweet wills to roam, and drink heart's ease from every breeze that blows about the hills of home. As fancy free with game and glee, we happy free dance down the glen. And yet they say that some fine day this Regan stream may serve a mill, my doggy cart a master's yard, my free heart choose another's will. How this may fare we a little care, my dog and I as still we run, whilst by our side the brook doth glide and laugh and sparkle in the sun. For fancy free with game and glee, we happy free dance down the glen. From Fleeting Pleasures by Juliana, Horatia, Ewing. From fleeting pleasures and abiding cares, from sin's seductions and from Satan's snares, from woes and wrath to penitence and prayers, Veni and Parker. Sweet absolution, why sad spirit heal, to goodly cares that end in endless weal, to joys man cannot think or speak or feel, Vade and Parker. From this world's ways and being led by them, from floods of evil thy youth could not stem, from tents of sedated Jerusalem, Veni and Parker. Blessed be thy worldly loss to thy soul's gain, blessed be the blow that freed thee from thy chain, blessed be the tears that wash thy spirit's stain, Vade and Parker. how dead and yet alive, how lost and found, salvation's walls no compass we around, the very feet are set on holy ground, Veni and Parker. Death gently garner we with all the blessed, and heavenly habitations be for guest, to light perpetual and eternal rest, Vade and Parker. How many years ago, Juliana, Horatia, Ewing, how many years ago, love, since you came courting me, through oak tree wood and our valley, with rosy cheeks and waistcoat gay, and mousy not a word to say. How many years ago, love, how many years ago? How many years ago, love, since you to father spoke, between your lips a sprig of oak, you were not one with much to say, but mother spoke for you that day. How many years ago, love, how many years ago? So many years ago, love, but sooner a time must come, to leave our girl without a home. She's like a mother, love, you've said, at her age I had long been wed. How many years ago, love, how many years ago? For love of long ago, love, if John has aught to say, when he comes up to us today, a likely lad through short of ton, remember, husband, we were young. How many years ago, love, how many years ago? Little Master to his Big Dog, by Juliana, Horatia, Ewing. Oh, how greedy you look as you stare at my plate, your mouth waters so, your big tail is drumming. Flop, flop, flop on the carpet, and yet if you'll wait, when we have quite finished, your dinner is coming. Yes, I know what you mean, or you don't speak a word. You say that you wish that I kindly would let you take your meals with a family, which is absurd, and on all a tall chair like a gentleman sat you. But how little you think, my dear dog, when you talk. You've no table manners. You boiled meat, you gobbled, and how could you eat bones with a knife, spoon, and fork? You'd been the most inconvenient hobble. And yet once on a time it is certainly true, my own manners wanted no little refining. For I gobbled and spilled and was greedy like you, and had no idea of good manners when dining. So that when I consider the tricks you have caught, to sit or shake paws with the utmost good breeding, I must own it quite possible you may be taught the use of a plate and a nice styling of feeding. Therefore try to learn manners and eat as I do, don't glare at the joint, and as soon as you're able to behave like the rest, you shall feed with us too, and dine like a gentleman sitting at table. My love's gift, by Juliana, Horatia, Ewing. You ask me what, since we must part, you shall bring home to me, bring back a pure and a faithful heart, as true as mine to we. Ask not wealth nor fame, only ask for we, thyself, and a dear self the same, my love, bring back to me. You talk of gems from foreign lands, of treasure spoil and price. I love, I shall not search your hands, but look into your eyes. Ask not wealth nor fame, only ask for we, thyself, and that dear self the same, my love, bring back to me. You speak of glory and renown, with me to share your pride, and broken fate is all the crown I ask for as your bride. I ask not wealth nor fame, only ask for we, thyself, and that dear self the same, my love, bring back to me. You bid me with hope's eager gaze, behold the fortune come. Only dream I see your face beside the hearth at home. Ask not wealth nor fame, I do but ask for we, thyself, and with yourself the same, may God restore to me. Other Stars, by Juliana, Horatia, Ewing. The night is dark, and yet it is not quiet, for stars are hid from other orbs may shine, twin stars, whose rays illuminate the night, and sheer gloom but only deepen mine. For these fair stars are not what they do seem, but vanished eyes remembered in a dream. The night is dark, and yet it brings no rest, whose eager eyes gaze on and banish sleep. For flaming Mars has allowed his crimson crest, and where Venus pales into the deep, these two with tender shining mock my woe from out the distant heaven of long ago. The night is dark, and yet how bright they gleam! O empty vision of a vanished night! Sweet eyes, must you forever be a dream, deep in my heart and distant from my sight? Or could you shine as once you shone before, the stars might hide their rays forevermore? Speed well, by Juliana, Horatia, Ewing. What time I left my native land, and bade farewell to my true love, she laid a flower in my hand, as azure as the sky above. Speed well, she softly whispered, speed well, this flower blue betoken true of my true heart's true love for you. Its tender hues bright and pure, as heaven through summer clouds doth show. A pledge for clouds by way obscure, it shall not be forever so. Speed well, she softly whispered, speed well, this flower blue betoken true of my true heart's true love for you. And as I toil through help and harm, and whilst on alien shores I dwell, I wear this flower as a charm, my heart repeats the tender spell. Speed well, it softly whispers, speed well, this flower blue betoken true of my true heart's true love for you. Teach Me, by Juliana Horatia Ewing. Teach me, O wood, to fade away, and autumn's yellow leaves decay. A bitter spring impends, and green and glory shall my tree take deep root in eternity, where summer never ends. Teach me, O bird of passage, to seek and fade a better bliss on other unknown shores. On all is winter here and ice, wherever smiling paradise unfolds its happy doors. Teach me, O summer butterfly, to break the bonds which on me lie, the fetters all too firm. As soon on golden purple wing the liberate soul shall spring, which now creeps as a worm. Teach me, O Lord, to yonder skies, to lift in half its very eyes with earthly sorrows worn. Good Friday was a bitter day, but bright the sun's eternal ray, which broke on Easter morn. The Lily of the Lake, by Juliana Horatia Ewing. Over wastes of blasted heather, where the pine trees stand together, evermore my footsteps wander, evermore the shadows yonder deepen into gloom. Where lies the silent lake, the songbird where its first may slake, the sunshine known to whiteness wake, the water lilies bloom. Some sweet springtime long departed, I and she, the simple-hearted, bride and bridegroom, maid and lover, did the gloomy lake discover, did those lilies see. Where we wandered side by side, where it was they said she died, but I in this I know the light, she will return to me. Never, never since that hour has the lake brought forth a flower. Ever harshly to the sedges, some sad secret from its edges whispered to the shore. Some sad secret I forget. The lily woe will blossom yet, and when it blooms I shall have met my love for evermore. The Promise, by Juliana Horatia Ewing. 5 blue eggs hatching, with bright eyes watching. Little brown mother, you sit on your nest. Or pass me blindly, or spare me kindly, but hide my terror and leave me to rest. Hush, 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 this is a poor mother thrush. Now blue eggs hatch, the brown birds will sing, this is a promise made in the spring. 5 speckled thrushes and leafy bushes sing sweet songs to the hot summer sky. In and out twitting, here and there flitting, happy is life as the long days go by. Hush, 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 'tis the song of a thrush, hatched are the blue eggs, brown birds to sing, keeping the promise made in the spring. The Runaway's Return, by Juliana Horatia Ewing. It was on such a night as this, some long unreal years ago, when all the thin were wrapped in sleep and all the vault was wrapped in snow, the full moon rising in the east, the old church standing like a ghost, but shivering in the windy mist and breathless with a silent frost. A little lad, I ran to seek my fortune on the main, a mother now with how much hope and with how little pain. It is of such a night as this, in all the lands where I have been, that memory too faithfully has painted the familiar scene. By all the shores on every sea, luck or loss, by night or day, my highest hope has been to see that home from which I ran away. For this I toiled, to this I looked through many a weary year. I marvel now with how much hope and with how little fear. On such a night at last I came, but away were dead, I laughed of you. A mother that my heart felt all, the pain it should have felt before. I come away, though love to come, I clung, and yet why should I cling? And all have gone who made it home, it is the shadow, not the thing. A homeless man, once more I seek my fortune on the main. I marvel with how little hope, and with what bitter pain. With the Difference, by Juliana Horatia Ewing. I am very waiting here, the chill east wind is sighing, the autumn tints is here, the summer flowers are dying. The river's sullen way winds on through vacant meadows, the dying light of day strives vainly with the shadows. Your footstep stirs the leaves, the faded fields seem brighter, the sunset kills the sheaves, the lowing clouds look lighter. The river sparkles by, not all the flowers are falling, there's azure in the sky, and though my love art calling.